Just a little bit more about Bud Hoober. He was a farmer in New Holland, and he was selling on the side Niagara spray, or dust it was. Before the spray they used dust, especially with potatoes. And he was very successful at that. And International Harvester recognized that in the town, in eastern Lancaster County, the town of Intercourse. They were looking at all the Amish, and they were saying these Amish are going to quit using horses and buy tractors, and we've got to have a dealer there. So that's how he became a dealer. That was in 1941. That's the same year that I was born. Of course, he went ahead and sold the farm and built a building in the town of Intercourse. And in the end of that year, 1941, of course, World War II started. And that was a rough start because he wasn't able to get any equipment. So early on, he had to learn how to survive in this business doing service work. So that's how we got our service orientation. He survived for the next few years buying used equipment, rebuilding it, and selling it. And so what I'm going to do here this morning is, this is an International Harvester deal, and I'm trying to talk more about International Harvester than Hoober's. So I'm going to go through the next 70 years. We started out as a 2 or 3 man operation, and now we have 9 stores and about 300 people working for us. And it all happened because of International Harvester, the kind of products that they brought to us for us to go out and build the business. So I'm going to talk mostly about this equipment, when it came, and what it did to the market, and how it helped sustain the Hoober operation. So my dad, a little bit more about him, is a community man, part of the farm company. He on the school board when the Amish took over the one-room schools, and they were able to sell the government and the township on the state on the idea that they could run their own schools. And it got real ugly, but he hung in there with them, and they got it accomplished. And today, yet the Amish are running their own schools very successfully. In the beginning, when he started that business, the Amish, of course, don't have electricity, and he was selling out of the back of our barn, where our house was. He was selling blocked ice. In other words, they would come in and buy blocked ice and take it home and put it in their refrigerators. I mean, it's just unbelievable where we have come from now till back then. So, because of not being able to get much equipment, can coolers and compressors, and I remember as a boy going to Harrisburg branch is where we got all our equipment. I remember we had a K5 International 6-wheel truck, about a 16-foot bed on it. And we would go up there and fill up that bed with hit-and-miss McCormick motors, engines, 1.5 horse and 3 to 5. And so there were all these refrigeration compressors with the Amish. Diesel wasn't out yet then, and they were using those McCormick engines to run those compressors. So that was something we could get. Of course, refrigerators and freezers for the people that had electricity, that came along soon after that. And the thing with International Harvester and McCormick was, when you bought something from them, it had high quality. I mean, there's still refrigerators and freezers, believe it or not, being used down here that were sold back in the 40s. So, at that branch in Harrisburg, there's a guy by the name of Ken Bear that managed the warehouse. And the railroad cars would come in the back of that building. This is right across from the farm show in Harrisburg. These railroad cars cars would come in there just chock full of iron. And he'd go in there and sort it all out for us dealers. And then we would come in with our trucks and pick it up. So it was a very labor-intense situation. So after the war, 1946, my dad actually in 47 had a public auction to sell a lot of this equipment that he accumulated, and he had a very successful sale. And with that money, he was able to invest in buying more new equipment, which was starting to become available. So 1946, the W9 and WD9 for bell power was a very hot item in southeast Pennsylvania, because that's what the Amish been using old hard cars and with their thrash machines and steam engines and real crude old equipment, and they started buying W9s and WD9s. So we got into diesel engines very early, and they had the best belt pulley arrangement of any company. So they were a first in belt-powered tractor. I actually have the first WD9 my dad sold in 1946. And an Amishman, Levi Fisher, came to me here about 5 years ago. He said, "I have the first tractor your dad sold. Do you want it?" And I said, "I don't know." So I didn't know what he wanted for it. But he said he wanted $3,000. I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." So the guys at the shop refurbished it. It looks like brand new, 1946 WD9. I'm proud to have that. I think these tractors are all on steel wheel for the Amish. The last tractor we bought on steel was a Super W6 TA, and I also have that tractor. I'm not a big collector, but I have a couple pieces. Of course, in 47, another first from the International Harvester Company was the Farmall Cub. Now, I say first, I know there's some other companies like Alice Chalmers and some companies that made small tractors, but this is a very exclusive small tractor. It had hydraulics, it had all the attachments like the mower and a small disc carrier and a plow and a snow blade for the front. I mean, it was fully equipped. And when they introduced that, they gave us a little cast iron Cub there, which I have. I don't know if you have anything on or not, but that was another good product from the company. Of course, the Farmall A and the Cub, the A and the C and the H were the most popular tractors, and they were very tough, proven tractor. They were used for everything on the farm. The thing that we have today are these ATVs, and we run around and fix fences and all kinds of things with an ATV. Back then it was the Farmall C or the Farmall A. And they'd come into our shop with the grills all battered up. And, they were chasing cows with them, and they were doing all kinds of things. Especially at the C, the front bolster, they would drop into a hole at high speed and break that thing off. It was very common to see a C with a welded up front bolster. But very productive tractor, and the H, and the M, at that time we thought they were too big. They were packed the ground too much. So 48 and 49 were very strong years. And we continued to do business out of this first wooden shop that my dad made. It was like 50 by 100, and we worked in the basement. When you pulled the Farmall M or an H in there, you had a duck to stay away from the steering wheel. And we soon outgrew that building. So in 1950, we built a new block building alongside of it with a nice big shop with some pipe. 52, Another first here was the 2-point fast hitch from International Harvester. And it was maybe not the best hitch because the 3 points obviously took over, but at that time it was a real promoter because you could go from one attachment to another real quick and easy. And we did square dancing all over the county at that time with those tractors, and it just created an awful lot of enthusiasm. And we would run in third gear wide open, and we had a good square dance caller, and it was very entertaining. The other thing that happened back then is us dealers all worked together. So when we put on these promotions, it wouldn't just be Hoober, it would be all the dealers working together. And we'd go to Reading, the fairgrounds, or wherever it is, and we had some of the drivers were from other dealers. So and the thing that the company did for us is they had zone meetings where they'd get us all together, and nobody had the communication that we have today, and they would give us all the latest technology that's coming and different equipment that's coming. 1954, the super tractors, the MTAs. Of course, that was another highlight, another first. And I know there's some other companies like Oliver that had some of these features, but it seemed like they never took a hold like the International Harvester. That super MTA with the two-speed TA, power steering, line power takeoff, and a real good solid engine. Just a home run for the International Harvester Company. Of course, with that PTO, live PTO came 4-H harvesters, and that helped sell tractors. Of course, in 1955, the 100, 200, 300, 400, 450 had all those features that everybody wanted. Of course, our competition, I mean, they still had 2 cylinders and a hand clutch. So we were in the driver's seat. We have some people here today that we work with, and some of these guys I didn't see here, but Harold Bauer called on us from International Harvester, Del Reynolds called on us from International Harvester, Don Shockey was another real promoter for us, Dan Peterman, the fellow that introduced me, Larry Hertz works with me today, and Tom Yo, who's not here today, but was another fellow from International Harvester that worked with me. So the Harrisburg branch gave us a lot of support. Bud Yule's here today in the back. He's going to speak to you later. He'll be very entertaining. Rich Pearl's here someplace. Hey, Rich Pearl's in the back. He was a service rep. Dave Early was the service rep. John Lee was a service rep. I mean, these guys supported us dealers a lot better than we get supported today. Now, the reason is not that today's bad, but with the communication that we have out here with all the computers, a lot of that help comes that way. So, but it's still for me. I'm the old timer now. On face supporting you with a problem is different than getting it over the telephone. The other thing I remember with International Harvester, when we go to Chicago, we would go there, like a DC-3, just in a plane that flew 10,000 feet through all the storms and everything, or maybe a B-24 4-engine. They'd take us dealers to the factory, and that was very much a thrill, especially when you get bad weather. You can't get away from it like you do today. But as a boy, I remember going to those. about 59. The 6-cylinder engines are coming. The horsepower race is on, and more and more power. PTOs are being used for full-type choppers. Of course, self-propels weren't here yet, and so International Harvester was on the cutting edge of that with their truck engines that they're now putting in their tractors. So we had good horsepower. The other thing that in the forage harvester business, we came out with a Model 15 and a Model 16 taller type rotary head, which was very productive and did a real fine cut. That helped improve the image of the International Harvester Company. A very good product. Cub Cadet is another first, 1961. And here again, they took the transmission rear out of a Farmall Cub, put it in a Cadet, and it gave us a good quality image, and they were very successful with that product. 63, I'm now getting out of college. I went to Penn State a couple years. Bill Markle's back here from Penn State. He had a shop up there at Penn State, and he went to school there with me. So there's a lot of fellows that are in our industry that came out of that class that we took at Penn State. So in 1963, I became a partner of C.B. Hoober. So now it's C.B. Hoober and Son. I always worked in the back end of the business. I loved the service end of the business. So my first job was to help service manager, and then it wasn't long until I was a service manager. The 63, we're looking at 706, 806, and 1206 tractors. Another home run for the company. Big power, 16 speeds, smooth power takeoff shafts coming out the back of the tractor. These are options that every farmer wanted. So we started to specialize in diesel engines. That probably helped us. One of the things that helped us more than anything else. We started earlier with the old WD9s, and now with the 560s, 460s. We were specializing in diesel engines before most of the dealers in our area got involved with that because they thought maybe it was too technical or something. I'm not sure, but that helped us a lot. And 1965, my uncle was in a boat business. It was across the road, had a big facility there. They closed it, and we bought that building. Another great opportunity for International Harvester and Hoobers. So we had room to expand. But in Lancaster County, the Amish continued to buy every farm that came up for sale. They would pay more for a farm than anybody else. So the population of the Amish continued to increase. So as we got more and more involved with diesel engines and big power, we started spreading out and selling, I guess you can call them out of our territory. We had more and more customers coming to us wanting to buy that kind of equipment, and they weren't being offered from the other dealers. So that expansion really helped grow the business. Now we started, instead of going through Harrisburg, we started getting the iron shipped into Bird in Hand, which is close to airports. So we would get a railroad car full of iron, and the zone manager would come and help us sort it out. We maybe some of the other dealers would get a piece or two, and so the Case IH company was now starting to support us dealers without bringing everything through Harrisburg. More direct. 1967, the hydrostatic became another first from the International Harvester Company. This is the product that in our part of the world where we have a lot of dairies. It's a great product for balers and any kind of utility work. And today yet, that hydro tractor is still in very much demand, and our shop just continues to rebuild and rebuild because they can't find a tractor that'll do for them what that hydro will do. So it's another first for the International Harvester Company and another good image from the company. 1970, now the grain exports started to happen, and there was more and more demand for grain. So now the combines that are used mostly in wheat, which we didn't sell very many. We'd sell 101 once in a while or 181. But when the 715, 815, 915s came out, that demand increased, and the combine was starting to be used for corn and also for soybeans. So that was the beginning of more and more sales for the combine. International Harvester gave us a corn head for those 15 series combines, 715, 815, 915, that had low profile and knife rolls. So when the rolls come together, they cut. And they cut the stalk, shred the stalk, and there's less fodder goes through the machine. They're the first company. Now everybody in the industry has this today, but International Harvester came with that first. And that helped them get in the combine business. So it was called a 800 series corn head was the first one, then it was a 900 series, then it was a 1000 series. And that corn head stayed with us for just about 20 years. It was that good. That helped the International Harvester grow the combine business. And the other thing that helped was getting into soybeans, you need to have a flex cutter bar head. And they had the new Flex 820 Flex cutter bar before most other companies had a cutter bar, flexible. Other companies were going out and buying flex cutter bars to attach to their head. We had a built-in flex cutter bar first. And that was another shot in the arm and a good image for the International Harvester Company. Of course, in 1971, the air planters came. Another new first, handled the seed, soybeans especially, and corn. Very good opener, and a product that everybody wanted. So we sold those things in high volume, and International Harvester there again was an innovator with that product. These planters, it was hard to determine what your population was, and Dickie John was a monitor that the farmer designed to actually count the kernels. So Dickie John was introduced at that same time, and just about all our planters were sold with Dickie John monitors. And that was the first that Hoober's got involved with technology. Today we have a lot of people, maybe 12, 13 people, just doing nothing but technology. But back then, that was the beginning of the John monitor. There again, started by farmers. The thing that happened in our industry, most everything is started by a farmer that wants to innovate and find something better. And, so now we're into the 70s with the 1086 and 1066 tractors, and what we call the 400 series engine. Here again, it's a truck engine. Started out as a truck engine. Those tractors were very, very popular because that 400 series engine was a very tough engine, and it was a great performer. It started easy. It had what they call cross flow head where the exhaust is out one side, the intake is in the other side. The beer doesn't have that. And it makes a better performing engine, more productive engine. And so that tractor was another hit for the International Harvester Company. The tractor pullers today are still running that engine. And most of these modifieds that they're getting thousands of horsepower out of, they're using that engine, believe it or not. It's a very, very good engine. Here again, you have the speeds. You got 16 speeds, both shafts, and they'll make power real easy. In other words, you can turn the screw on the injection pump, and you can double the horsepower. I mean, that created a problem because the thing that we did is we did that, and then we put weight on the tractor, and then that combination caused other problems. So that's something you need to be aware of if you're buying a used 1066 or 1466. It's very easy to make horsepower, and depends on what the farmer was doing with that tractor. You can have some major damage through the back end of the tractor. So that's the downside. And what that did is, here again, the grain prices are continuing to improve, and guys are selling cows and putting on more grain, and so they went horsepower, and that took us to four-wheel drives, 4366s, 4166s, that same 400 series engine. We put some extra intercoolers on them to raise the horsepower, but there again, that wasn't the answer because the rest of the tractor wasn't built for it. So, this is 1975, and we have customers. One thing we've done in business is we do a lot of listening. We listen to our employees, we listen to our customers, and our customers were coming to us saying, you need to look at the Steiger tractor. The Steiger brothers started building tractors in 1957, and they were taking construction components, putting an articulated tractor together, putting a Captain Cummins, either one of those engines in, and it was a great tractor for heavy tillage work. And we, like I say, had customers come and say, you ought to be looking at this tractor. We'd like to buy this tractor. We need a dealer. So my dad and I went to Fargo, North Dakota, where they're built in 1975, and after working on that for a little bit, we decided this was probably the right thing to do. So it's not an international harvester thing, but it was a move that made the Hoober Company, gave us a lot of opportunity and made us quite a bit stronger. It was a very good product, and it was very easy to sell and very well accepted. So we went to the Harrisburg Farm Show that first year, and I came out of that Harrisburg Farm Show with 60 customers who wanted to buy that tractor. And that's how good it was. And so now we had to make a decision. How are we going to handle this? If we had Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia for a territory, and how can we do this? So a lot of people are saying Charlie Hoober lost his mind. But I have a brother-in-law that was doing voluntary service. He and my sister, and he wanted to get in business with us. So we set up Hoober Incorporated. Actually, it was Hoober Equipment at that time in Southerville, Maryland, down on the Eastern Shore. We built a building, and we sold nothing but Steiger. We could not get the International Harvester contract. We sold nothing but Steiger, Krause, and Sunflower, and Kinsey, Great Plains, out of that store. So that was in 76. Of course, 77 is when the rotary combines came out, and the same thing happened. We had a good corn head, we had a good platform, we had a combine now that had a lot of capacity, and got a lot of competition out here. Anyway, this combine was a major hit. Rotary threshing, less grain damage, very simple design, and that went over very well. The combine was not made, it wasn't tested long enough, and there was a lot of issues. And the Hoober organization worked very hard to overcome those. Grain elevators weren't big enough, the bin size, there were different things in that machine. But the overall design was right on. And it was a great image for the International Harvester Company. I mean, it was a home run. You look around today, every other company, major company, has been successful in that combine business. It's got the rotary design. So now, we've got the Steiger business running strong. We have the combine business, and we're struggling for capital to keep all this going. And so we had to get some more management into the company and get some more owners. So I had Tom Yo join me from International Harvester Company, Dick Baumberger. Stand up. Where's Dick? Back there. Dick Baumberger, out of high school, came into our Air Force store, and he is the toughest buyer that you ever saw. He did a good job of buying, and when somebody came through the door and we didn't have what they want, he would not say he doesn't have it. He would figure out a way to make it happen. And he's been there all his life, like 60 years. He's semi-retired now. And major benefit to the Hoober Company. We have another fellow on the financing from a bank by the name of Clarence Fever. He's not here today. There again, a lot of talent. And our lenders had a lot of confidence in Clarence that we knew what we were doing. Brad Hershey, hey Brad. Brad's here, my nephew. He managed the Middletown store. He was a salesman at the Middletown store. Now manager of the Middletown. And he does a great job for us. Also part of the company. Part of the management team. In 1980, President Carter, we were selling a lot of grain to Russia, and he put an embargo on that grain. And that business in Suttersville was totally focused on big tractors and big tillage equipment. That embargo for the next 2 years stopped that business. No way we could continue with those lines. We had to pick up more diversity, and we tried to find an international harvester contract for that area, but it was all tied up. So we went up to Middletown, Delaware, and Harold Shipley was willing to sell their company to us. And so that gave us the International Harvester line. That gave us everything else like tractors and combine on the Eastern Shore with International Harvester. So my brother-in-law, we closed the Suttersville store. My brother-in-law came to run the International Harvester store in Middletown, Delaware. Today, that's our biggest store. In 1984, my dad was retired, but he would come in the shop in the mornings and maybe go play golf or something in the afternoon. But he was a person that everybody always looked forward to seeing. Any customer that came through the door, he had time to talk to him, and he always would talk to him. So a major asset to the company. He had heart trouble and died in 1984. And that was a shock. Those kind of things always are. He and I had a buy-sell agreement, and everything went smoothly as far as taking over the business. But That was not easy. 1985. Another thing that wasn't easy. It was Tenneco bought International Harvester in 1985. Tenneco, of course, its case. And so when that happened, in a couple of months we started to have some meetings. They were talking about what color these tractors should be. And they started talking about whether they should be marketing the case tractor or the 50 series, 5088, 5288. And it just kind of blows your mind that something like that can happen. But, International Harvester is so big and so powerful and has such a heritage, and people like that don't always recognize the value that had. But after a while, they came around and they gave us a 50 series tractor, which is a very good tractor, good image, and then of course following that was the Magnum. Now it's an 86, 87, a Magnum tractor. The Magnum tractor is like an old farm all in. In other words, the N's probably got the best reputation in the whole industry. The Magnum tractor also has the best reputation in the industry. We call it the boxcar Magnum. It's got a square front end. And those tractors have been just great tractors. A lot of them out here running with 20,000 plus hours. And very, very good tractor. Today, we still have that same tractor. The only thing that's different is because of emissions and a lot of other things, everything's electronically controlled. Back then, it was hydraulically controlled. Now it's electronically controlled. So that can create more problems sometimes. Well, this time, my sons, I have two sons, Chuck and Scott. Chuck's over here. Chuck's going to wind this up for me today. And then I have another son, Scott, and he's president of the dealer council with Case IH, and he's at a meeting in Chicago right now, or he'd be here. I have a daughter, and she married Roger Hoober. Who's also part of the company. So those three people with Brad Hershey own the company today. 1987, Steiger Tractor, because of the embargo, what happened with grain prices, Steiger Tractor experienced the same thing Hoover's did. They couldn't sustain that, so Case International bought. So that was a good thing for Hoover's. Now the green Steigers could be red. Of course, the Magnum tractor, we went from the 400 series engines to the Cummins engine, which we weren't sure about because we knew how good the 400 series was, but the Cummins 8.3 engines have done very, very well. My brother-in-law that was managing the store in Middletown came up from the Sutherlandville store. He now left our company and went back to school for more education. And Chuck, over here, ended up being the manager of that store. Did a great job. Scott also joined the company at that point as a salesman and sold out Middletown store. So the business continued to grow through these changes. The business continued to grow, and so we were outgrowing this facility in Middletown with the fact that we had the rotor combine, we had the Steiger tractor, we had the Magnum tractors, and all good products, and we just didn't have the facilities. And the people that owned those, we were renting those. People that owned those went to sell to us. They were a great, very high price. We decided to go down to Lowtown and build a new facility. We did that in '93. 1994, Tenneco, who owned Case, spun it off and put Case IH back out on its own as Case IH Company. We thought that was okay. So we figured we're back on our own and we can make the right decision talking about the Case IH Company. Hoober continued to grow and we continued to get more market share from the International Harvester Company. We were accumulating used equipment, especially down on the Eastern Shore. There are more new buyers than there are used down there. And so we went to see Claire Inch. Claire Inch is here somewhere. Claire Inch, Alisterville. Anyway, he and Hoobers got together and we ended up buying Claire Inch. We felt it was a very good used market, and there was a lot of great equipment in that area, and that was a very good move for us. So that was number three store. The thing that happens, as we go along here, there's more and more technology all the time. 1997, another first for International Harvester is the quad tractor. Spider tractor with tracks on it. So we took that and we don't have a lot of farmers that would buy that, but we wanted to try it in the construction business because at that time I was selling some wheel tractors, pulling pans for construction. And we hooked this tractor to a pan and it was outstanding. But the problem was the tractor wasn't built for that application. So we had a very poor reputation the next couple of years with that tractor in that application. Today, I'd say the last 15 Steigers I sold, 13 of them were quad tracks. So we're just really going strong towards the tracks today. And it's going that well that even our green friends introduced a tractor just like it. 1999, Case IH sells the Fiat and New Holland. They already own New Holland, so they sold the Fiat. And another big question in our mind, where's this going to take us? At the same time, we introduced the MX Magnum tractor. And so more and more electronics, more and more technology. Next couple of years, there was some turmoil in the Magnum tractor line. But one thing that Case IH has always done for us, International Harvester, they always supplied us with parts. Any part you'd ever need. It was easy to get and we could get it quick. A lot better than a lot of other companies that we deal with. The other thing is, if they did introduce something that wasn't quite the way it should have been, prematurely introduced, they would come back and take care of the problem. And that's what we did with the MX Magnum. They paid the bill. Next store we bought was Toll Brothers in Seaford, Delaware, another big store for Hoober today. 2002, the combine plant that was in Grand Island on the Mississippi River, or not Grand Island where they moved to. What was the plant? Mississippi. East Moline plant, which is union mentality. It's been there for a long time. And the people that work there, one generation after another generation with union mentality. I'm not saying it's all bad, but it's not what we're used to as farm machinery dealers and farmers. So they closed that plant because it wasn't big enough for the new combine. For one reason. The other reason, they wanted to get away from the union. So they went to Grand Island, which is where the New Holland combines were built. So they're building today, they're building New Holland combines and Case IH combines come down the same line. The combines are different, quite a bit different, but they're coming down the same line. The good part about Grand Island is it's a little like Fargo, North Dakota. The guys that are working in there are farmers. I mean, that makes a world of difference. When there's a problem with producing something, and they learn about that problem, they stop the production, and they get it fixed, and they get it fixed now. And they're anxious for that information. There are other plants that they don't have that same mentality. And so we're very happy with that move. When we made that move, we still had those heads I was telling you about, the 10,000 series and that 1020 flex heads. When we made that move to Grand Island, we lost those heads. And now we were selling the New Holland head on the Case IH combine. Hoobers did not like that head. So what we did is we took on the dairy hop, which is a German corn head. And with that we have the ability to chop up the stalks, the chopper type head. We have folding heads. We have options of all kinds of row spacing. This is a corn head company that does nothing but corn heads and platform. So we took on that corn head, and then with the recommendation of Case IH, we went to MacDon and got their draper head. So those two products on the front of our new combine coming out of Grand Island is a home run. And we could go to the field against any competition and really do well. Now up to 2005, and the construction business is getting stronger and stronger. I had a goal. When I'm 70 years old, I was going to step away from the business and let the next generation take over. That was 2011. So in 2005, I was going towards spending more of my time on the dirt business, which is agriculture tractors, pulling scrapers, hauling, working for the construction people. So they were excellent years, 2005, 6, 7. We sold a lot of staggers and scrapers for moving dirt. 2008, that was a real strong downturn. A lot of those dirt movers even went out of business. It was serious. So that these businesses, they fluctuated up and down. So when that happened, the grain prices kept raising, and the agriculture business got stronger and stronger. So we sold, we were selling combines, way too many combines. And one year we sold 73 new combines. When you sell that many combines, every time you sell one, there's a trade-in. And if you have a strong market for that trade-in, that's not a problem. You get the right kind of money in it, you evaluated it well. But when that market changes and you have those used combines, that's a major problem. So we had to work through that. And that was a struggle. And we got through it. And today we're still strong in the combine business, and we sell a lot of heads like the MacDon head and the Gary Hoff head. We sell them for other combines other than the IH. But those two heads are still making the IH combine look good, because the MacDon draper head, for you if you're not familiar with it, is a head with a belt on it. If you ever help to thresh wheat with a thresh machine, you know that you always throw the bundles on the table with the heads going in first. And that's what a draper head will do on a combine. The heads will win that combine first. And that'll give you usually a mile-an-hour difference with a combine production. Same way with soybeans. And out you can figure a mile-an-hour difference more with a draper head. So Mac Dunn head, Gary Hall head, and the Case IH combine has been a very, very good image for the International Harvester of Hoober. I think I'm going to cut it off here. I'd like to have Chuck talk a little bit about what he's doing and maybe talk about what's happened the last 10 years.
Yeah, just for a couple minutes, and everybody's ready to go, but just for a couple of minutes, I'd just like to say Hoober's, over the years, an awful lot of credit goes to this man right here. His values, his Christian values, his care for the employees, has built the business. It's all about the employees, it's all about the customer, it's all about caring. At the end of the day, if you care if a guy's broke down, that's the reason Grandpa used to say they might buy one piece of equipment from you, they won't buy the second piece of equipment from you until you took care of the first piece. So they set the values for the company. It's our job, Brad and I, and Scott, it's our job to hire good people. Like we've had great people in the past, a bunch of employees here. It's our job to get the right employees on the bus so that we can keep the values, the Christian values, the company that we hold close to our heart, to keep that going in the future. We want to continue to grow the company. We want to grow with Case IH. It's by far our #1 brand, and we love Case. It's a great, like I said, a big part of our business. Just one thing I thought I'd mention, as far as technology, Dad mentioned it a couple times. We've been demoing a combine this week, a new 7250 combine, and that's the first combine on the market that automatically sets itself. So there's 7 different sensors and cameras inside that machine that automatically adjust rotor speed, sieves, tailings, everything's monitored, and all you do is drive. You have a limit of 4 miles an hour, and the combine automatically slows down if it's over capacity. But it's amazing. It's amazing the technology in ag right now. It's almost mind-boggling. All the new things. The challenge that we have is getting employees hired that understand the new technology, but also understand the H's and the M's and the magnums, and figuring out a way to mix the old technology. There's a lot of that old technology that's still out here running, being productive every day. So always looking for good employees. Anyone knows the people that want to be in ag, we're looking for people. So this gets me excited being around all this red paint, and great visiting with them.
Chuck talking about technology. Our guys have started 2 corn planters and set that planter to build a corn maze. Now, can you imagine that? You program that planter to build a corn maze. And usually you plant the corn and you go in with a rotary mower and you cut out the corn that you don't want there to make the maze. They programmed the planter to make the maze. We did that twice, our guys. Unbelievable. Thank you for being interested in McCormick Dairy and International Harvester of Hoober.
Thank you, Charlie. On behalf of Harvester Heritage, we want to thank you and give you a little gift for sharing your story. Thank you. Come back at 1 o'clock to budget. Thanks. Thank you.